Hello, welcome to episode 54 of No Holds Barred Pod. That is Sal Dodgson.
And that is Don McGowan. Welcome one and all, again.
Hello.
And here we are. I'm personally still quite upbeat from Friday.
Yes, I know. Things have changed slightly though.
And also because, this is war business. This Epstein war has been in the offing for quite a while, so I'm not particularly shocked. So...
No, not a lot of it is shocking, is it?
No.
Someone pointed out on Twitter today that the name they've chosen for the war is Epic Fury. So they picked
it's Epstein.
Epstein files, Epic Fury. They picked an E and an F. Seems a bit kind of on the nose, a bit weird. But yeah, anyway.
You're dealing with off-the-charts psychopaths.
Yes, they are.
The only thing you can predict with any certainty is their depravity.
Yeah, very true. And yeah, I'm sure we're going to come on to that in a minute. But yeah, welcome back to everybody. Things have changed a little bit since we had our exciting Feel Good Friday last week. Domestically, politically, not a lot has changed. Farage is still moaning. Polls are looking good, though, for a certain party we were talking about last Friday, weren't they?
They really are. And whilst all the crybabies that are still wanging on, the ones that actually cheated and have been reported to the police. Yeah. There's substance and tenacity in the Greens, so it's not a bounce. I can assure everybody of that. It's not a bounce.
It isn't a poll bounce. No, it's not. Definitely not. Yeah, Sam Coates on Sky this morning, I saw him kind of, I don't know what the word is, but disparagingly putting out the YouGov poll about the Greens coming above Labour for the first time ever.
If we know anything, it's that they clearly realise they've worn out the old anti-Semitic trope, and now sectarianism is the new anti-Semitic.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are mad.
I know.
Fighting with hate and nothing else.
But as you say, it's not a bounce. It's people are sort of realised that there is... there's a bit of hope in the left of politics for a change, a credible bit of hope, and they're getting behind it because I think what last week's by-election showed is that there's a youth demographic, there's a Muslim demographic. That's what Reform are crying about, but there's a working class demographic that have got behind the Greens as well, which is really important. And I think that's
literally what they're for.
Exactly, and that's
the working class have no other option.
And that's what Reform are missing out on by putting out their sort of claims of cheating and family voting and block voting and all this. It's like, well, that's not what won it for them. I'm not, that isn't why you lost by 4,000 votes.
If you didn't want that to happen, you shouldn't support a genocide.
Well, yeah. that can be said of
call me what you will.
Yeah.
But, most people object to the slaughter of people caged up because it's inhumane and mental.
I know. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, for Reform Roundup on this episode, that's all I wrote down was boo-hoo crybabies because they're still out there crying about last week. And Matt Goodwin has been doing the rounds of all the friendly media studios pretending that he was cheated, that Farage was did one of his fucking press conferences yesterday saying that had all the voters been British, in inverted commas, by which he means white, Matt Goodwin would have won. It's just such a sword loser Trumpian
it's outrageous toddler tantrum.
Yeah, exactly.
It's chronic. I mean, but having said that, Robert Jenrick took a different tack, didn't he? Accusing Rachel Reeves of meeting some fella that Nigel Farage had also met. God.
Just as a heads up to everyone, I'm very under the weather today, so I'm powering through with this cold. So I'm like, this might be a bit of an odd episode.
You still say words better than me.
I was about to say we both might be floundering a bit today, but Jenrick put a big post out in the week a few days ago saying, I'm going to bring down Rachel Reeves tomorrow morning at 8:30. Tune in on X. And then he put out this stupid bloody video of him walking as usual up in Kirkstall, I'm not sure where it was, not Kirkstall, Hare Hills, I think, in Leeds, which is one of the areas I used to live in, weirdly. And It was basically Rachel Reeves, well, as a constituency MP, had met a Muslim community leader. He's the leader of the Council of Mosques for Leeds, so he's very high up in the Muslim community in Leeds, and she'd met him a few times. Are there question marks about things he said? That's to be sort of decided. They've suspended his membership. Yeah, exactly. But the fact that MP meets community leader, that was Robert Jenrick's bombshell. It's like, absolutely, give it a rest.
It's a tedious little cryonist, isn't he? That's my new word, by the way.
A what?
Cryonist.
Oh. Okay, that works. But anyway, I was just going to say, as you said, yeah, maybe. As you said, Farage had previously met said Muslim community leader whilst he was in UKIP, and there's photos of it. So, get back in your box, Jenrick. Because it's nothing, as usual.
Ridiculous. And I know we mentioned that we're not going to really do the spring statement because it was out of date before she even stood up and started talking.
It was.
With the oil prices shooting up because the Strait of Hormuz is compromised because of the Epstein war.
Closed, apparently. Not just compromised. I think Iran have closed it. So, yeah, absolutely. So, Rachel Reeves' statement was, because the OBR figures she used today were produced in January.
See, all of this was predictable, which is why it to me it makes no sense.
A lot of it was. But the timing of it wasn't, was it?
She's given the spring statement, and the people who are supposed to scrutinise that statement and stand up to it are the people who destroyed the economy. Square that circle for me.
Yeah, fair.
Our system is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, you told me that I didn't watch it, but you said she had a good crack at Mel Stride in her.
She did, and the only thing I will give her, she's obviously full of cold, but she's still a horrible
I sympathise with that. Yeah.
Just a nonsense, and from the bits I've seen, on her predictions, it's not going to get any better anytime soon, and now it's worse because of the oil and gas issue. They took on a poison chalice with absolutely no idea how they were going to fix it. I don't get it. They had 14 years of watching it happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the growth figures don't look spectacular, do they? I mean, she was claiming that they're going to be higher than we thought, but they're still like less than 1.5%, I think. So it's not exactly rocket boosters under the economy, but it just means nothing because of what's happening right now in the Middle East. It means nothing because we're all about to get strung over a barrel. Go, sorry.
Not that I could despise mass murdering Mel Stride anymore, but he threw Benefit Street at her. So that £7 to £9 uplift we all got that was taken away by our rent is now utterly irrelevant because of what's just happened with the war. None of us are going to be able to afford heating this time next year if this shit doesn't stop.
Well, no, we won't. Without a shadow of a doubt, we won't. So what did he say to her?
Oh, he accused her of throwing money at... He said something about Benefit Street and throwing money at welfare, which is still the lowest in Europe.
Yeah.
Most of the developed world.
Which we talk about all the time. I know, it's absolutely mad, isn't it?
Dear. It's outrageous. So, but
should we talk about the war?
Hopefully there'll be new opposition soon.
Yeah, maybe. Well, did you? I just, as an aside, Kemi Badenoch's been absolutely off her nut about this whole fucking war thing, and then I saw her out today. Did you see her speech today? She was going on about we'd strip the country of Islamists, basically, and behind her was like a board, not a mattress this time. When she had a mattress behind her. This time, it's like, when football players do post-match interviews with the sponsors, behind her, policy exchange, all behind her, like at least
banners that they...
Yeah, but no, it was all policy exchange, which for anyone who doesn't know is Tufton Street's like #1 think tank, yeah. So, yeah, I know. But, she's been off her nuts on this war stuff, so...
But, she lost her deposit, so...
Yeah, they did, which is always fun, especially for the Tories. So, war?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Unless you're a billionaire, oil baron, or crypto bro. Yeah, unfortunately, it is good for those guys.
It's utter psychopathy laid bare.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I just lost my notes there. Go away. Right, there we are. Yeah. So, I don't know. Trump set fire to the world, basically, hasn't he?
He's doing his best.
Yeah, he's giving it a good old crack. Him and his pal Benji Netanyahu have decided that it's the best for the world that they destroy Iran and Lebanon and, by association, I don't know, wherever else in the region that they don't like. But a lot of chat about why Trump didn't tell anybody before he decided to launch these attacks on Saturday
including
morning.
Congress, which is illegal.
Exactly, including his own Congress. So he basically, I saw a report yesterday, it came out that said that it had been meticulously planned between the US and Israel, the attacks. So they've been talking about it for quite a long time. And who was it yesterday? Marco Rubio. Yeah, it was at the behest of Israel. Mike Johnson and Marco Rubio both confirmed that in interviews yesterday. They said that they had to attack now because Israel were worried about Iran attacking Israel, and then America would get all in a tizzy about Iran attacking Israel, maybe at some point in the future, because, perhaps. And so that's why Trump then jumped in and started bombing the shit out of the Gulf region again, because Israel said so. It's pretty rough, really, when you put it down to that. And, it's just two wannabe dictators just trying to destroy the planet to keep themselves out of jail, isn't it, again?
Guess what the leading cause of global child deaths was for 2025?
Don't know. Go on.
Israel.
Fuck yeah.
Not disease, not infection. A country of psychopaths.
That's really scary. And I've just got the news on in the background here, just in case anything happens. And Israel are attacking they're bombing Beirut and southern Lebanon, and they've now displaced 30,000 people out of Lebanon. So they've told people in Lebanon
poor country, man.
But they've just told people in Lebanon, leave your country. It's like, does that sound familiar to anybody? Think they've done this before? It's just...
They're expansionist, ethno-nationalist psychopaths. How long do they have to keep doing it before the world gets onto it?
I don't know.
They're a cult, not a country.
Yeah, I would agree. At this stage, there's little to no evidence to say that that's not a fact, is there? So...
They are utterly batshit.
But...
I wish I knew what else to tell you.
I know. But Trump announced when he did his announcement in his bunker of Mar-a-Lago with his baseball cap on the other day, on Sunday morning, that it was a regime change war, he decided. And since he declared it as a regime change war, it has been not a regime, I can't speak, not that, yes, that, not that, yes, that. Pete Hegseth came out yesterday and did a speech to which I heard Andrew Marr on LBC. Andrew Marr on LBC.
Mental.
He described it as eloquent.
Madness. That what?
Hegseth is far from eloquent as I am, full of cold right now. And he described it as like a non-woke
He's a news anchor.
Well, he's a news anchor, and he's a sensationalist news anchor, isn't he? But he came out with stuff like, there's no rules of engagement. This is a non-woke war, like Trump's kind of lost the plot. He was rambling about a ballroom in the other place, like down the road. He was supposed to, did you see him put a Medal of Honor on someone?
I saw him talk about drapes.
Well, he was putting the Medal of Honor on a veteran, and he nearly choked him with it because it was so short. It was like a choker around his neck, and he was like fiddling with it with his mini hands. And then he rambled off and started rambling about curtains for about 25 minutes. Like,
he's utterly Gone.
American servicemen are dying in the name of this for you to do what? He doesn't even know what's going on, I don't think. He's properly going senile, Trump. Really losing the plot. So, God, what happens next?
Concerns me. Sorry.
Yeah, go on. There you go.
No, sorry, I'll hold off because we haven't got to Starmer yet, have we?
No, I was going to mention him in a minute.
Well, no, go on.
The worrying thing, I think, is that what's becoming clearer every day is that Trump hasn't got a plan for this. He doesn't know what's happening day by day.
He hasn't got the capacity.
No, he's gone into it. Let's bomb the shit out of Iran. Everything will be fine. And then we'll see what happens. What he wasn't planned for, or anticipating, what none of his administration clearly have been anticipating, is that they've been telegraphing this for months. They've been sending their carrier strike group to the Gulf. They've been talking about it, doing this. We're going to go. Iran have been sitting there going, right, let's make some notes. And they've been ready for it. They were. I'm not big enough.
They've got more weapons, I think, haven't they?
Yeah, they're much more prepared. And I'm not bigging up Iran, but they've been really smart in this.
It's not hard against them lot.
No, but they've gone after such wide and varied targets around the Gulf that they would never have expected. Doha, Dubai.
They've gone after every American base, haven't they?
They've gone after Bahrain, American bases, but even civilian targets. They've gone after the oil and the money, though. And what's happening is Saudi Arabian oil fields are on fire. They're now turning to Trump going, what the fuck are you doing? This was never meant to happen. And that was because Iran have kind of been smart about it and gone, well, we might not be able to defeat you militarily.
Fuck around.
If we stop, yeah, exactly. If we cut off the world's oil supply, then you're in trouble because that's your fault. So
then the rest of the world is going to be forced to tell America to sit the fuck down.
Exactly that. So Iran are a fucking terrible regime, but they've been really fucking smart on this because Trump's been telegraphing it to them for months and months and months what's going to happen. And they've been sitting there patiently waiting. And they've just gone, right, fuck you, we're going to cut oil off.
I wouldn't mind. They what's the word? Acquiesce to every single demand America made them, and America still attacked them.
They did, yeah. It was all...
And America then lied and said that they didn't, except that they did. They said that they would have zero enrichment, zero. And America went, no, not good enough.
Yeah, they were prepared to negotiate, apparently. That's apparently the thing, and that's what Keir Starmer said, and, he said this was supposed to be a negotiated deal. But as we said a minute ago, Netanyahu was getting itchy trigger finger, basically, going, right now, I've had enough of waiting. Trump, my pet army, come and help me out, bomb Iran, and that's what's happened. So, but yeah, so the oil prices are just rocketing already. It's 18% nearly already this month. They've gone up on month. Do
you know who's going to benefit from that? Putin.
Billionaire.
Putin.
Billionaire. Oh, Putin. Oh, yeah, that's very true. He will. Yeah,
and that's going to help fill his war coffers, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
true. And Ukraine will never end.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I saw Martin Lewis put a post out, the money guy, this morning saying, don't panic. This might spike oil prices, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw him put another post out this afternoon going,
panic.
Urgent. Yeah, basically, urgent. If you can get off your fixed rate gas prices, get off it immediately. Because gas has spiked, gas prices have doubled since yesterday. And oil prices have gone up by 20%. Heating oil's gone up by something like 80%. And this is what Iran have planned for. And this is what's going to cripple Trump and the West, is because we rely on their oil. And if we don't get their oil, we're fucked. So, because we cut off Russian supply, as you say, that's gone. So now if we're losing the Middle Eastern supply...
We haven't cut off Russian supply.
Well...
We're still getting it.
Technically, we're supposed to have it.
Oh, bless you.
Okay. On paper, we have, yeah.
Do you have any idea why Netanyahu's jet went to Berlin over the weekend?
No
Allegedly
idea.
without him in it.
Yeah, without him in it, because I saw him. He was in Israel yesterday. I don't know. I did see that though.
Mertz.
Sorry.
Oh no, he's meeting with Mertz at the minute, isn't he? I'm just not sure where.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought Trump was meeting with Mertz. Maybe they're doing it together.
Do
I
not
don't
like
know.
that.
No, it was
I
weird.
guess they've got to communicate, but I don't like how Germany are almost more subservient to them than we are.
Oh no, Chancellor Mertz is sitting next to Trump in the White House right now as we speak.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he went to Germany or why the jet went to Germany, because it was his private plane, wasn't it? So decoy tactics. I don't know, but
do you reckon Iran will just keep on pummeling Tel Aviv till they get him?
Maybe.
Because the sad thing is, I'm sure you know, but most of the military bases and like weaponry and stuff in Israel is smack bang in the middle of residential areas.
Mm. Yeah, funny.
And Iran have been smashing the shit out of the residential areas because they hide behind their people because they are terrible, terrible psychopaths.
Like they've spent 3 years accusing the Hamas Palestinians of doing, yeah.
Well, accused others of that which you do, isn't it? Absolute
exactly.
projection. Fucking.
Mm-hmm. I know. But I think I about the oil, I mean, I think, what did I say? Oh, yeah, our country's already in debt up the fucking wazoo. If this prolongs, we're going to be like the Ukraine crisis with our oil is going to feel like a kind of hazy summer day in the past, because this will be strangulation of petrol and oil is just going to be horrendous.
I think we should have some sort of priority register, though, and everybody who voted to remain goes to the front of that list. And everybody who voted for Brexit can fuck off.
Yeah, fine. I'd be signed up for that. I would. But
don't think it wasn't part of this whole plan, because it was.
Yeah, I know. I saw a post from LBC earlier saying people are already starting to panic buy petrol. It's like, don't.
Because you're telling them to panic buy petrol, exactly. You fucking.
Did we learn nothing from the pandemic? Literally nothing.
Not even the same situation.
I know. Tell people to panic buy, and what's going to happen? Obviously, they're going to fucking go out and panic buy. It's just not mad. That's really irresponsible journalism from LBC. I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Who owns Global that own LBC?
Yeah.
The Cryonists.
What the Tabor family? Yeah, Tabor. Ashley Tabor.
I don't know, but the Cryonists. I know.
Yeah. So. Let's move on to just how Britain has handled this situation, because I just want to start with Keir Starmer, because I think he's come under a lot of flack for a lot of things, and rightly so recently. But I think in the last few days, he's actually handled himself pretty well. I think he held off letting America use air bases because he wasn't sure. He wanted more information. That's fair. And then he decided to allow them to use them for defensive purposes. But he stood up in the House of Commons yesterday and basically said this is an illegal war and we're not getting involved in it. And I think that's really strong from Keir Starmer. I don't think...
Did he call it an illegal war?
Yeah, did he? I paraphrasing, but he said...
that matters, though.
He said... I can't remember what he said, how he said it. Our legal interpretation of this war... It doesn't fall within our sort of remit of joining this war. Basically.
Yeah, he had to go to the legal papers because he couldn't trust his own morality.
Yeah, but he's still... you have to be careful what you're saying as a prime minister, though, don't you? You can't just come out and say Trump's a dickhead, because we all know that. Everyone says that. But as the prime minister, he has to word things. And even like backbench Labour MPs came out yesterday afternoon and said, we didn't think we'd find ourselves in a position to be backing him up, but we are backing him up on this, because he said it in quite a, strong way, sort of the usual kind of non-Starmerites. So I think I've got to give him a bit of credit for that. I think we'll get dragged into it one way or the other ultimately, but at the moment, I think the last 3 days in a little micro look of Starmer, I think he's done all right.
I don't know. It's his whole dependence on the law that fucks me off. It's almost like he's just decided that to be able to do this job, he's had to become a machine and suspend a lot of his humanity. And he's, for whatever reason, comfortable with that payoff. And yeah, for the situation he's in right now, I agree he's handling it as well as can be expected.
Yeah.
But, as I've said all along, I don't handle narcissists like that because you do not pander to them. I don't give a shit if it's the worst one in the world. In fact, the worst one in the world needs more people not pandering to him to make the point. And there are ways and means of doing it. You've got to be careful. But I just don't think his strategy is... I think it's just doffing his cap to him every time.
I think he's not this time, though. I think he's said, like, I'm not going to just send willy-nilly do what you want, because you look at what was out in the papers this morning, Harry Cole from The Sun, who had got an interview in inverted commas with Trump yesterday, saying and how Trump was slammed Keir Starmer, which is not true, actually, what he said, but Cole asked him a question.
Harry Cole, friend of Steve Bannon.
Yeah, very much
Harry
so.
Cole. Yeah.
Who's his son editor in America. But yeah, he basically kind of weaseled his words to say that sort of Trump had a go at Starmer when he hadn't really. He just said, he basically answered a question with a maybe, and Harry Cole kind of extrapolated it out into, oh yeah, we hate Britain. But, you know, Trump's doing this to distract from Epstein, and then he's attacking Britain and other people to distract from the war. Like, he's spinning plates left, right, and centre to try and keep everything away from Epstein at the moment. So,
oh, we can keep our fingers crossed for a coronary.
Did you see his picture yesterday with his big rash on his neck? I
think he's decomposing. I did want to make a point though about like how wars are started by psychopaths and not regularly, mentally stable people. Because, violence begets violence. A load of scholars sat down several thousand years ago and decided to write a book about it, in my opinion. And they told everyone, give us all your worst tales of morality. Tell us about when, Gabriel did you over Leviticus and stuff like that. And write it down and we'll all stick it together in a big book. And that's how I think the Bible was created. But it's true, it bears true today. Violence begets violence. How we don't understand this after so long is just beyond me, because it does. And you've got to stop it at some point and go, okay, what are we doing wrong here? Oh, mental imbalance. And if you compare, I don't know if you saw Trump in the White House the other day, it might have been yesterday, and he said, yes, we've lost 6 American soldiers and we will lose more.
Yeah.
You fucking what?
Yeah, it matters nothing to him.
I beg your pardon. So essentially what he's doing is saying to the American the service people that are involved from everywhere, because, we have naval officers on those ships. We give our AF support. What's the difference between those soldiers after what he's just said and, say, a fluicide bomber or a kamikaze pilot? He's just turned them into cannon fodder. And he's saying it out loud.
Yeah. And he's made them expendable.
How is this rational or involving any sanity?
It isn't, is it? But then war can't be... I don't think you can look at war through that lens. I mean, I'm not trying to justify it in any way.
That's literally what it is.
Fully against
Why are 2 men that parasitic that they can cause thousands and thousands of other people to die just to keep them out of prison?
Well, yeah, I know.
Fucking outrageous.
No, I know. It is. Two very deluded and deranged individuals, basically, who don't give a fuck about anyone else. That's the crux of the matter. They could not give a flying fuck about anyone else. And they're holding
the world up against the fence by its neck, and they're being allowed to do it. There's a lot more of us than there are of them.
I know. That's what I said a minute ago, though. I think the way this backs down is the money men, and the money men, that's all they listen to. They don't listen to anybody else. And if it starts impacting the money, which it is, then that's where Trump has to then find some sort of an off-ramp, because But I agree with you fully. It's unhinged, and the case for killing innocent people is not a strong one. You can't really make it, can you? So I don't know.
Capitalism is sunk. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, go on.
I think I knew, but I rediscovered Epstein was the money man for the Rothschilds.
No, that
just to
doesn't
bring us
surprise
full
me.
circle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me in any way. So yeah, he was a money man for a lot of people by all accounts.
So it's literally the Epstein war.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that I've seen that trending on Twitter, and I think that's going to be the sort of major takeaway from this entire debacle is that it's Trump's Epstein war. I know. So yeah.
But if everyone just sits down and refuses to go to work atop the oil crisis, I reckon we might have a chance for a takeover.
A global takeover. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Pipe dreams for the moment.
So I think the last thing I've got on Starmer and the government and the war is I saw a YouGov poll about the public perception of the war. That came out yesterday.
They no want it.
No, they don't really. So it says 11% strongly support Trump's actions, 17% somewhat support it, but then the flip side is 22% somewhat oppose and 27% strongly oppose the war. So 49%, half of people do not want this at all. 23% didn't know. So the supporters of the war in the 20s.
Just to finish this little topic, I'll leave a question hanging. Do we think Iran would have hit RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus if there wasn't a daily spy flight going out over Palestine for the last 3 years? Do we think so?
They've been using it.
That's why Starmer needs to invoke defensive protocols, because he's party to the genocide.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I know.
Still, all those poor tax avoiders stuck out in the Middle East, eh? Shame about them.
I put a post out this morning on Twitter saying I reckon Rachel Reeves could have snuck something in her spring statement today. She could have put a tax on turkey teeth and tattoos. She would have made billions of those guys coming back. All these migrants. All these migrants. No, but the migrants being reassimilated and brought back to the UK who are getting it for free be taxed on their teeth and their tattoos. But yeah, I know. Oh, sorry, I missed one paragraph out of the Trump thing because this is really interesting because it came out yesterday that Trump had, in his tiny, minute little plan, he had lined up 2 people to take over from the Ayatollah once
and they killed them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's it. No, it's fine.
It's not funny.
2 people, but he said, we've been so effective, I've killed the 2 replacements we had lined up. It's like, oh, you bunch of fucking idiots. It's mad. It's just crazy. I
despise him more with every ounce of my body.
I know. And it's horrendous because people are dying, but it's just so mind-numbingly stupid that you have to laugh at it.
We've got to have levity. We need levity, exactly. Jesus.
I know. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is going to drag on for a while. It's going to go on. We know it is. I think Trump doesn't know what he's doing. So it's just...
Well, this is the trouble when, raging narcissists push people and push people and push people and push people. And we're talking over decades here. And bearing in mind, they've got Oliver North commenting on Fox News.
Have they?
Oliver North was selling... He got there was a scandal because he was selling weapons to Iran in the 70s. He's now on Fox News as a war correspondent.
He was the Gulf War guy, right? He was the general in the Gulf War. Is that right? Am I thinking of the same person or a different person?
I'll show you. I've got it on my phone.
Oh, right. I might be confused.
I mean,
but yeah,
it just shows how insane it all is.
Yeah. Well, Fox News.
I want to say Iran-Contra, but...
Oh, okay. That far back.
Oliver North, he was arrested and convicted for illegally selling missiles to Iran during the Reagan administration.
Oh, shit.
He's now a military analyst who thinks Iran shouldn't have missiles.
God. Yeah, you couldn't write it, could you? That's just mad. Oh dear.
I,
The world is upside down. It's
because it's run
absolutely on
by
its
insane
arse.
people, Don.
I know. It
We
really
need
is.
the
It's
intelligentsia to
absolutely.
step up.
I know. We need something. Before we leave the Middle East, shall we mention everyone's favourite flaggist?
Oh, do. Such a shame. I hope he's safe.
I last year wrote a big article about the flags that went up around the Birmingham area, particularly, and I had a lot of cooperation with
Raise the colours.
The community of Sturchley, and one of those people, who I won't name, messaged me yesterday morning and said, "You'll never believe where Ryan Bridge is." And I went, "What? Where is he now?" He's been to France. He got deported from France. And she said to me, "He's in Afghanistan." I went, "No, he fucking isn't." She's like, "Check his Facebook." I'm like, so I went and had a look at his Facebook and his Instagram, or the Raise the Colours Instagram. And lo and behold, there's Ryan Bridge wandering the desert with a keffy around his neck, pointing at missiles going over his head, like literally shitting himself. And now he's stuck in...
he's shitting bricks. It's delightful to watch.
And now he's stuck in Afghanistan because he can't get home because everything's kicked off.
It's fucking amazing. Do you know what, though? And you can watch this. It'll be dead interesting when he gets back because trauma educates.
Yeah, it does.
Really does. Or it can do. It should do. I mean, if it doesn't educate him, then he's lost.
I know.
But he might come back and end up in a green. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
He's walking the desert with a keffir in his AirPods, and he might find himself somewhere in the deserts of Kabul. But yeah.
Well, no, maybe now he'll fucking realise why people endanger their own lives and get into a boat after travelling for thousands of miles. You
exactly.
Fucking knob.
He put something on his Facebook about chatting to the Taliban, and I thought, oh my God, you absolute dickhead. Like, you trying to get tactics? What? I don't know. But
look,
yeah.
I've been watching for years a lot of people travelling around the world, globetrotting on foot. And I do it specifically because I know the media lies and I want to see what other countries are really like.
Yeah.
And by and large, when not living under war, per se, the Taliban are a bit like the local fucking police here. You can just talk to them and they're helpful. They're human beings. It's quite the thing. And I'm not saying that the Taliban are great. Obviously, I have enormous issue with almost everything they stand for.
Yeah,
but they arose from living in an area that's perpetually attacked by Western countries. They didn't happen in a vacuum.
No.
And they're there to, like, you know, by and large, at a local level, just, you know, keep the area peaceful. Again, don't agree with them on almost everything, but people do travel around these countries, like white ones, even from the UK and America, which I find brave, if I'm honest. But you can go and talk to people in these countries because, like, they're human beings.
Yeah.
And if you're not trying to attack them or harm them, they're usually very friendly and helpful.
Probably not going to lock you up.
You know, the Taliban, but people in the Middle East, they don't want to live in a war. Nobody with a brain wants to live in a war.
No, definitely not.
But it seems to come to them, doesn't it? Especially the poor bloody Lebanese. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're having a tough time.
Since before we were born.
Yeah, a long time. I know. They're just in the middle of it and getting battered left, right and centre. So...
And that's why it's psychopathy and I've had enough. Natural resources, much like healthcare, shouldn't be profitable. It should be a for community thing.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? If we could share everything like grown-ups.
If you want to make money, go and invent something useful to humanity. Or shut up.
Yeah. I've just seen on Sky News, breaking news, President Trump hits out the UK and attacks the PM and the London mayor.
Oh, he hasn't stopped for 2 days because Starmer didn't immediately capitulate and said, I'm just going to have to consult the law because I have no morals. That's his problem.
He's sitting
and they are so vindictive.
Yeah, he's sitting there with Mertz talking.
I don't understand how they How can you create such misery and still walk around? I don't get it.
I know. He's looking spectacularly orange today, I got to be honest. Maybe he's covering up his his grayscale that he's got. Yeah, maybe he's got grayscale like Game of Thrones.
I hear they're saying Baron Trump can't sign up because he's too tall.
Have they said that?
Well, one of the South Park creators, I think it was, has set up draftbaron.com.
Oh, yeah.
To try and to get a big petition going to send Baron to war because, why not?
Send Baron,
if other people's sons are going to war, why can't Baron go? He doesn't have bone spurs. Apparently he's too tall, which is nonsense because somebody who's 7 foot was in the Marines, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he is too tall, just break his legs, take a bit off, reset them. It happens to other people.
Yeah. Chop a bit off.
I think the Nazis did it, so it'd be in keeping.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's a lot of send Baron memes doing the rounds on the internet. They're not as funny as Gary Barlow's son when that went round a couple of years ago. But
that was hysterical. Massive Gary Barlow.
But they're still quite funny. So yeah, send Baron hashtag send Baron. I think that's what we should put in. I'll put it in the notes actually. Oh, Trump's cut off all trade with Spain now as well. He's decided he's definitely not having a temper tantrum.
Good on Spain.
Spain
I've been saying for a while I should be Spanish.
Yeah, Spain have said
I want them to adopt me.
They've kicked out the US military fighters and stuff. They've gone, no, off you go. Get out of our country. You're not using our country as a base, are you? So
that's what the whole world should do, is kick America out.
Yeah. I saw a Chinook went over my head just before we started recording. American Chinook. So, yeah. Because where I am, RAF Fairford is about 25 minutes that way. It's not far from me at all, so I'll get to see a lot of the planes coming over. And I quite like looking at my plane maps, and I looked at it this afternoon, and I've not seen as many military planes in the skies, well, ever, I don't think. It's quite worrying. There's a lot of military activity. Air activity. Yeah. So,
bit too close for fucking comfort.
Move on to something slightly different.
Oh, yeah.
I've only got one other thing. And I wanted to mention it because it came out today and it's relevant. Have you seen the story? The Telegraph? Okay, so...
The paper of record, yeah?
Yes, the paper of record, yes. So last year in May the 25th to be precise, the Daily Telegraph wrote an article by Georgina Fuller. And the headline was, "We earn £345,000 a year, but soaring private school fees mean we can't go on 5 holidays." And then there's a lovely picture of a smiling family, mum and dad and 2 kids, named. Now, in hindsight, these names could have given it away, but they're called Al, Ali, and Alexander Moy.
They really didn't try very hard with that, did they?
I know.
Just get my tiny violin back out.
Yes. Get that. Yeah. Labour's VAT raid forces 6-figure families to make lifestyle sacrifices. Oh, my God. Anyway, this whole article was really long. It was really detailed. There was stats and graphs and loads of photos of the smiling, happy family.
They ChatGPT'd the shit out of it.
It was all lies. She made it up. Every single fucking bit of it, including the photographs. The people don't exist. It's just...
She made up that a family of 5 can't survive on, was it 325 grand or something?
£345,000 a year.
Oh, my mistake. Yeah.
It's
almost unbelievable, isn't it?
Almost. But it turns out it's complete fiction. The entire thing from start to finish she just made up. And people complained and it was pulled from the website. But there was a ruling today, IPSO, the... I've forgotten what it stands for now.
Independent Press Oversight.
Press Standards Organisation, that's it.
I was just making it up, so that's fine.
Ruled today that the Telegraph breached loads of different rules of their codes of conduct, and they were to post a reply, an article on their homepage to say what they'd done, basically, like, look at us. So I had a look at their homepage, and I found their apology. It was down about one, two, three, four, 5 scrolls of a page on their website. So they're a long way down under an article headed "The Best and Worst Supermarket Brand Flakes Available." And it just says ipso adjudication in tiny writing and nothing else. And that's it. So that's all they put on their page. And that's all they were required to do, apparently, to get away with fabricating an entire fucking article just to have a go at the government.
Put me in charge of ipso.
It's just shocking. Absolutely shocking. I couldn't believe it.
There's no consequence whatsoever.
That's it. They were just basically, it was like a firm but polite telling off. And they were supposed to put this post on their website to say what they'd done. But as I said, they've buried it so far down. It's just, you can't even see it. So
I should pay more attention, but I see something that said last year they had to make 107 corrections.
Yeah,
on
I think that's right.
that they published.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
Yeah, they've got form for it.
Not good enough. They should be closed down for that.
Yeah, I know.
There should be a limit of like 10 a year.
and just making stuff up, including making like stock photos of just a random family.
Yeah.
Because she said in the article, she said, the Moys, who are originally from Singapore but also lived in New York for 20 years, have decided rather than disrupt their children's education, they will make sacrifices in other areas of their lives. So, yeah, apparently this fake family came from Singapore via New York to London and are now really upset. Go on.
Did you see the bit about the gardener?
Oh, no, I missed that bit. Have they laid off their gardener?
No, but it said something like, they laid it out in the article. It was something like the gardener cost them £240 per annum, and that fee was going to go up to £265, and they decided they couldn't afford it. What? How much are they bringing in? And they're worried about 25 quid over the course of 12 months. Shut up.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
The clues were there, to be fair.
Oh, here it is.
Be allowed to do it, nevertheless.
We had to cut back on some other household outgoings, such as the gardener. The gardener used to come twice a month, but then he increased his cost from £230 to £245 a year. And we only have him come.
Quid, sorry, not 25.
But we only have him come once every other month now. Oh my God. It's not even realistic. It's just like, just Georgina Fuller, you need to hang your head in shame. But apparently some people have applied to me.
I couldn't live with myself.
But apparently she's got form for it. She's made up loads of stuff, according to sort of people on that in my replies.
It's like that bloody woman that's going out with that bloody man, isn't it? She's just as bad. Kate, what's her face? Ferguson.
Oh yeah, it's going out with Rick Holden. Yeah. She's a nightmare. She's the political editor of the actual Sun, and she just makes stuff up all the time.
Here's you know where you are with the Sun. They're just dog shit. But the Telegraph is supposed to be a paper of record, and that's my entire problem with it.
Well, the Telegraph.
That's how they rewrite history.
Yeah, I know. The Telegraph's just a rag now. It's just a gossip, far-right rag. So, yeah, shame on the Telegraph. That's what I wanted to say. Absolute shame on you, because it's disgusting.
Journalism's in the gutter, innit? It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wrote this morning. It's just our journalistic standards have just gone. There are none. Everyone just makes stuff up. As long as it drives traffic to some sort of website somewhere that generates money from adverts and data sales, then that's all they give a shit about.
It's disgusting. Still, it gives us a purpose, doesn't it, love?
It does. It does. I'm working hard to counter it, and everything we're
one that
doing
we'd both rather not have to do, if I'm honest.
No, exactly.
As enjoyable as your company is.
Yeah. No, I know. But we have to do something, don't we? We have to try. So, but yeah, that's it. Telegraph can get in the sea.
Yeah. Fire them all into space.
I got one other paragraph of my notes that I wanted to mention before we end up today. Have you got anything else?
No. Not for now.
Oh, no, 2 things I wanted to say, actually. Firstly, I saw Hillary Clinton yesterday at the House Oversight Committee where she was giving testimony. She got really, really angry yesterday.
Fair dues.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. I heard Nick Ferrari this morning going, "Oh, Hillary Clinton got a bit pissy yesterday, didn't she?" It's like, yeah, because she was promised that under legal jurisdiction of this committee, that there'd be no photographs put out, no leaks of videos, nothing. And Lauren Boebert had been posting shit to her Twitter and their social media, photos and all sorts. So
when I said the other element of it is that Hillary Clinton wanted to do it in public and they wouldn't let her. They made the rules.
Yeah.
And then they broke their own rules. That's why she was so fucking angry.
Oh, I didn't even realise that. Oh, I thought it was just...
No, she wanted a completely open forum for everyone to watch in real time, and they wouldn't let her.
Oh, that puts a different slant on it altogether. Yeah.
That's why she was so angry, because she said, if we've got to adjust to the rules, you don't, and you don't. And she was like, no, I need a break.
Yeah, fair play. Good on her.
And I'm not remotely a fan of Clinton. I think she's a neocon, but
I saw
a less bad one.
Yeah, true. I saw a bit of Bill Clinton, but he's kind of
he didn't deliver, did he?
No, he let us down, didn't he? He's not really gone out to take Trump out.
Did fuck all.
Just basically, he's a bit shaky. He's a bit old looking now.
He's very fucking old looking, but he was still very he was still erudite, like.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
laughing
got
and joking with them, and being clever. But
whatever we heard last week about him going in, no.
If anything, he helped try to exonerate Trump. Was my take, because he was like, I didn't say anything as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, basically nothing to do.
Whereas
with me,
Hillary turned around and said he needs to be impeached and deposed.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
She actually did say that.
They asked her outright, do you think we should have Trump in? And she went on very at length and very eruditely, as you say, about, get him in here now. And she talked about his rape conviction, about his fraud conviction. She
felony
said,
count. You've got a criminal running the country. Yeah. What?
She said there's a pattern of behaviour here. Of course you should have him in front of you, obviously.
Yeah.
But just, she's not wrong, is she?
There's more than Bill bloody said.
No, it was. Without a doubt. So, yeah. And the only other thing I've wanted to say for today is a thank you to Matthew Collins, because Matthew Collins of Hope Not Hate fame and lots of other things, he has some books there, sent me 3 of his books yesterday. I've read half of the first one already. Thanks, Matthew. He's going to come on the podcast as well, so that's going to be really exciting. So the man knows more about the far right, I think, than anybody in the country. He's been involved in it since he was a child, from the wrong side of the tracks and the right side of the tracks. And he's agreed to come on and chat to us, and I'm really excited to talk to him about it. And yeah, he sent me some books. So cheers, Matt. I'm going to look forward to speaking to you soon, hopefully. Speaking
of the far right, in a way, our friend of the pod, James Copper, texted me the other day. He was in Hull at an anti-fash protest. And little miniature Mussolini happened to be there, having absolute connections.
Oh, did he? Tenconi.
Yeah. And I'm very disappointed with James, to be honest. He only snapped a photo. I'm like, where's the video of you hurling abuse?
Video it.
What are you doing?
I know.
Next time, let me know and I'll come and do it.
Yeah. To be fair, Tenconi is so surrounded by gigantic bouncers all the time. Like, I don't think you get that close to him.
Would they hit a little woman?
I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah.
And I will let them try. And do you know what happens then? Do you know what happens then when you give them a bit of rope?
True. Very true. So, yeah. That's it, I think, unless you've got anything else for today.
Not for today, just it's a bit of a watch this space time, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I've been sat in bed, like, glued to everything.
I know. I've been trying to not get too deep into it, but it's hard not to when that's pretty much all everyone's talking about at the moment. So, but we'll keep everyone.
Us feeling horrible doesn't help anybody.
No, of course not.
Do you know what I mean? It's as easy as it is to sit there and rue everything that's going on and like slump into the despair. You've got to be stoic about all this stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
It's all we've got. Do you know what I mean? You know, let's be grateful that we're not in the middle of it and do what we can to stop it with our limited powers as human people. Write to your MP.
Yeah, do that. Like as I always
Campaign
say
online.
in the show notes, there's a write to your MP link. But the
Just
other
get
thing
involved.
Listen to what you and I put in work to put this podcast out, and we try and make things informative and factual, which a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're not. I'm rubbish at self promotion, but you should listen to us because we do know what we're talking about, and we do the research for this. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
We're not just rocking up, going, oh, this is this and this is that, like GB News. You know.
No.
So yeah,
if we look into the foundations.
Yeah, and
to give you the reality and the truth.
And we'll go after everyone and anyone. We're not really bothered about who it is. So, you know, if we think it's wrong, we'll say it's wrong. So, yeah, on that note, subscribe to us if you want and you won't miss anything.
Please like, share and subscribe.
And join us on Patreon if you want to have our episodes a day early. You know, patreon.com.
And with videos that YouTube strike off sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. You get the full video on Patreon.
Speaking of which, I'm going to send you a Larry and Paul to shove in at the end because we all need a bit of a giggle.
Oh, good. Yeah, I haven't got a clip for the end. So, yeah, great. I always look forward to a bit of Larry and Paul. So, yeah. So stick around, watch that in a minute because they're brilliant. All right. I think that should be enough.
Tuesday. So, everybody have a great week. Hold on to your hats and we'll see you on Friday.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bring on the asteroid. That's the message today from an illustrious group which claims to represent all of humanity. They've written an open letter and our reporter has been taking a look.
It doesn't end there. This letter also contains an open call for advanced alien civilizations to come quickly and put us out of our misery with their cataclysmic laser weapons and unforgiving bumhole probes. I, for one, welcome that. Back to you.
Bring on the apocalyptic bomb fun, that's what I say. Thatcher, thank you. What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.